Humphrey Bogart.
Can you tell us why?
Because he made it look easy.
Well, I love Katharine Hepburn.
What made her leap out?
I think she's iconic. I've always had a feeling that I've always kind of envied the fact that she seemed to really know who she was. And she cut a very unique swath through Hollywood. I feel never really compromising that.
I really like Michelle Pfeiffer. She, to me, is so talented, and she's such a classy woman, and just have chosen such great film roles.
An icon of the millennium. Well, I suppose really it's a bit of a cliche, but I suppose Mother Teresa really, because she's really been the one person more than anyone who really has cared so fervently about poor, starving people who don't have a fraction of what we here in the West have.
I love watching De Niro, Pacino, and British actors. I love watching Ray Winston, and I love watching Michael Caine.
Ingrid, Bergman and Elizabeth Taylor, and there's a bunch of them, and hopefully a bunch of movies that, you know, you like to see and see it again.
I've had many mentors in my life. I don't know whether the world certainly would have been a sadder place without them. People like Moss Hart, actors that I've admired, people like Brando, who else? Streisand.
Well, apart from my wife, who looks like Grace Kelly and Marilyn Monroe mixed, I would have to go back and say probably Rita Hayworth, you know, just for that pure, sultry, luscious kind of glamour. She had everything. She was pretty, beautiful, vulnerable, luscious, sexy, all of it. And I guess, you know, she's the one for me. Say 2000, party over, oops, out of time. So tonight I'm gonna party like it's 1999.
I mean, in the last 1,000 years we've seen Western music created. It didn't actually exist before this, really. But I think the pivotal figure is probably J.S. Bach, who kind of codified what we now think of as Western music.
I'd say Massive Attack changed a lot. You know, when you know, they started out with Blue Lines and everything, they changed a lot in music, just the whole sort of the way people approach making music.
Well, there are a lot, but I'll stick with Bowie.
But people like George Michael or Elton John, any of the great solo artists, Elvis Presley, Michael Jackson, you know, all of the greats.
One is Aretha Franklin, who, thank God, is there. The other is Prince, who is like, where is he? I wish I could have seen him there. For me, he's very influential in a lot of music, modern music now. Prince was doing that a long time ago.
Lauryn Hill, man, she's a fighter. She's a true spirited black woman. She's been through struggles and she's come through 100%.
I would be the Beatles, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate. They're kind of like a template more than a band for what's going after them, so they're very important and hugely influential over everything and every kind of music, because they did pretty much every kind of music.
I would say Elvis Presley without question. Yeah, absolutely.
And I know that, why, I guess?
But because he was the start of the rock and roll era, I suppose. I mean, I grew up with great singers like Nat King Cole and Frank Sinatra, who are fantastic people. But when Elvis Presley came along, it was like another whole new ball game.
Who would you say has been the most influential force in music for the last 100 years?
The Beatles. Who else?